first of all, we are given the function of x, which is we are given y equal to the function of x to be equal to 1 over s squared. Now, the first question says we should determine the derivative using first principle. So, using first principle now, using first principle, if you have an increment in y, I mean y plus theta y, will give you an increment in x to x plus theta x squared. So from here, you have your theta y to be equal to 1 over x plus theta x squared. Call this equation 1, so minus 1. So in 1, y equal to 1 over s squared. So substitute for y in 2. So therefore we have your theta y to be equal to 1 over x plus theta x squared minus, so in place of y you put this 1 over s squared, so we have it as 1 over s squared. So let's find the LCM. The LCM here we have it to be your s squared to bracket x plus theta s squared. So you have your theta y here. So if this should divide this the LCM, then we are left with s squared. S squared times 1 will give you s squared minus, if s squared should divide this LCM, you are left with s plus theta x everything squared times 1 will give you x plus theta x squared. So we want to open the brackets on the numerator. So we have theta y to be equal to s squared minus into bracket. If you open the bracket, you have your s squared plus 2x theta x plus theta s squared. So you close the bracket and then go to the denominator. You leave it like that. Don't open the bracket. Just leave it like that. So we have your theta y to be equal to, if you open this bracket, you have s squared minus s squared minus 2x theta x minus theta s squared over, you have s squared to bracket x plus theta x squared. So this definitely will cancel this, and we are left with theta y to be equal to, you are left with minus 2x, if you, theta x minus theta x squared all over s squared x plus theta s squared. So you can still have theta y, you can factor theta x out here, you have it as theta x to bracket minus 2x minus theta x into bracket over s squared to bracket x plus theta x squared. Now from here you have your, if you divide both sides by theta x, so you have your theta y over theta x is equal to, you have your theta x here minus 2x minus x over, remember you are dividing it by theta x, so you have theta x dot x squared x plus theta x squared. So you have your delta y over delta x to be equal to, you are left with minus 2x minus delta x over s squared x plus, this one should be square here, okay, delta s squared. Good. So if you now take the limit of both sides, if you take the limit as delta x tends to 0, limit as delta x tends to 0 of delta y over delta x, will now be equal to, take it here too, you have limit as delta x tends to 0 of the whole function minus delta x over s squared to bracket x plus delta x, everything squared. Good. So, but limit as delta s tends to 0 of delta y over delta x is equal to the y dx, which is also the same thing as your f of f, the derivative of x. So therefore you have your dy dx, which is your derivative that you are asked to find, to be equal to, if theta x tends to 0 here, you are left with minus 2x over x raised to the power 4, which is equal to minus 2 over s cubed. That is the solution to the first question. Now we are asked to determine, this is for the first question, call it I, and then we want to find for the second question. We are asked to determine the equation of the tangent line at point x equal to 2. Now for we to get that equation of the tangent line at point x equal to 2, therefore we take the gradient, which is the dy dx. So our m is equal to the dy dx, which is equal to minus 2 over x raised to the power 3. So at x equal to 2, our m will now be equal to minus 2 over 2 cube, which is equal to minus 1 over 4. So the formula is ym equal to y minus y1 over x minus x1. That is of course that's the formula to get the equation of the tangent of the line at point x equal to 2. So at point x equal to 2, at x equal to 2, you have, your y is equal to 1 over s squared, which is equal to 1 over 2 squared, which is definitely will give you 1 over 4. So if you use this formula, call it equation 3. Now from 3, you have your m, which is 2, to be equal to y minus, your y1 will now be 1 over 4, then over, your m is minus 1 over 4, minus 1 over 4, y minus y1 over, you have over x minus your x1 is now the given point, which is 2. So don't forget we are having minus 1 over 4 to be our m, equal to y minus 1 over 4 over x minus 2. Let's write it here. We have minus 1 over 4 is equal to y minus 1 over 4 over x minus 2. So from here, we cross multiply, and we have our minus 1 over 4 into bracket x minus 2 to be equal to y minus 1 over 4. So we have this to be minus 1 over 4x plus 1 over 2 to be equal to y minus 1 over 4. So our y will now be equal to minus 1 over 4x plus 1 over 2, when you collect like times, plus 1 over 4. So from there you have your y to be equal to minus 1 over 4x plus, if you take the LCM of this, which is 4, you have 2 in 4 will give you 2 times 2 will give you 2, plus 4 in 4, 1 times 1 will give you 1. So to now give you minus 1 over 4x plus 3 over 4. So this is the equation of the tangent. So, or you can multiply both sides by 4. So you are having your 4y to be equal to minus x plus 3. So it's still the same. So you have your 4y plus x to be equal to 3. So either way is the answer. Either you get the answer this way or this way. So this is the equation of the tangent, which is what we asked us to get. So we begin the solution from here. We got the derivative to the first principle, which is what we get a, and then thereafter we get the gradient, and we put the point they gave us, and we get a point at y, and we input it. That's how we get the equation to the tangent to be equal to this or this. So this is a question. This is a question given, and this is the solution. Thank you for watching.